Okay, we're back. Last time we rescued Minfilia, came and played games with the Pixies, and now... And we also reunited with Urianger, and now he's got a quest for us. Courting cooperation. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? Did you take up astrology? Indeed. Though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty that stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of our task. As I did mention, if we are to enter Liagia, we must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands that shall please their palates. Thancred, pray assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Oscar, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin, known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Alright, let's go capture a hawker, which is a bug. How does he have a Charlian box here on the first? We gotta weaken it, then we should be able to capture it. Get in the box. Thank you. Urianger, I've caught your bug. Thou art returned. Wert thou able to capture a hawker? Yes. Ah, a truly magnificent set of wings. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray take thine ease meanwhile.
"'Tis done. The Pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts."
Cool.
Ah, lest I forget. White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
Where'd you get that?
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
Oh. Awesome.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
That's my girl, thank you.
Head pats.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me. Which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Aw.
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
Minfilia's two dads.
Hast thou spoken to her of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Eld?
You what?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Armareng, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. 'Twas there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Oh, we're having an echo. What will it teach us?
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life.
Oh.
I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
And what of my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make.
Oh.
It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's. You have ever watched over me, Thancred. Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
What happened?
Life just keeps throwing curveballs at Thancred.
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end?
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That book is massive.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lida Loran.
Let's go to Lida Loran. On my Ravana bird. Oh, speaking of pixies, did I ever pull these out? My very own pixie wings that flutter when I jump. Hello, Soul Wind. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's fate custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. The key to the castle. So, what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry into Leagia. What a strange thing to wish for! You might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Very well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Urianger. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? Pantomime. So, that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady, by circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now, they're king only in name, not remains of the wise and just ruler that used to be. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4, and wove each into a different relic, to be kept apart until the time was right. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course, custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way, we get to watch what happens. Of course, you can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with the Fuath, and the stone scepter is with the Numo, and the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. First, let us hide to the lake, there to claim the shell crown of the Fuath. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go to the untouchable gate. And here it is. Investigate the gate. Investigate. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. Not exactly sure how the gate works. But if the Fuath are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. You too, Urianger. That you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals? What a treat! I, my comrades, and I are on a quest to vanquish the Lightborn. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us, is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us, for we Fuath, it's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate, come hither to our domain, Don Meg. In your tongue it means forbidden realm. Sounds forbidden, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water, our home wrought of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Switching their voice up a lot just seemed appropriate. We'll go in with... Okay. There's a bit later in... We'll take Thancred, Minfilia, and Urianger, because we haven't had them yet. But there is a bit where there's a chasm to cross, and Alphino gets scared and can't cross it. Which is just funny to me. So Thancred's a gunbreaker. Minfilia is essentially a ninja, but with magic powers. And Urianger is an astrologian. And this is a pretty dungeon. Thancred is a much more aggressive tank than the Crystal Exarch. The range for him to actually engage enemies is longer. He does usually prioritize protecting Minfilia over protecting the rest of the group, but that's a character thing. It makes sense.
Now I've got you.
Die, anemones.
Now I've got you.
We're fighting some butterflies in a flower basket now.
I'll show you.
Urianger is quicker at healing than Alphino is. Alphino rarely lets anyone get too low on health, but he does seem to let you get hurt a little bit more before he starts healing you. Whereas Urianger is like, he tries very hard to make sure no one drops very low at below a certain point. This is one of my favorite spots in this dungeon. The flowers bloom as we run under them. See that? That's what I meant by Thancred being a more aggressive tank. He jumped at these enemies before I even got to him. Alright, Urianger. These are strong butterflies. Done with this section. Right. And here we are at the first boss. Go. This boss is a Fuath who made himself grow. He's got water powers. Ow. So we gotta stay away from those little bits on the floor on account of them shooting up geysers, which will fling you into the air and do damage while keeping you from being able to attack for a little bit.
My time has not yet come.
Roger, why would you stand in that? Silly. that thing again with the geysers that's smashing. Oh, see, I got caught in one. And you can very much get stuck in a loop where you get flung from one to another. Thank you for healing me, Arianda. Appreciate it.
I shall protect you.
Now, Philia's got the stack marker.
You underestimate me.
Third round of these. Ah! I got sloppy with that. Treasure. Oh, they've got to open the way. Ooh, fancy. It's more plant-based enemies. Larger attacks that I had been saving for bosses. Over here. Oh, a wasp's nest.
Together we shall overcome this.
Like the last place Holmester switched, the first section was by far the longest. Kind of a theme, I think, with the Shadowbringers dungeon. There.
Prepare yourself.
Fighting a group of funguses and a bear with a rose for a head. They're going down faster than the beans, I think.
You underestimate me.
And we got another Fuath and his tree pals. Trees do make it hard to see what's going on, though, being as large as they are.
I'll show you.
Down to the last frog. Alright, second boss. Don't. Okay, we all have to block a laser. Achilles can block that one. There'd always be one laser we can't block. There's 5. And if we don't block enough of them, each time he does that, he gets a little bigger and eventually just does enough damage to start killing us outright. But the AI for this assigns each of the NPCs their own laser to block, instead of reacting to the one I've blocked. Let's get you out of your feathers. Leandre's still in his. There we go. And it took me forever my first time through with these people, as opposed to humans, to realize that they were just going to go to the laser they were going to go to and not react to what one I went to. And I kept dying a lot. I'm stuck. Gotta get them all out. Because that time he does it while shooting out a laser. you don't free yourself from the fetters fast enough, then you can't block all the lasers.
I shall protect. Keep your guard out.
Get out. Ariange's still stuck in his. So you have to attack the plants that grow around you to get them off of you. There we go. Next bit is across the water, which we get to run across, much to Urianger's pleasure, I'm guessing. Oh, the shell crown. We did it. We did it, y'all. We're there. Oh no, it was a trick. These are people that are also flowers, I think.
All that I have and more,
Or they're undines, so they're water-based. So maybe not flowers, maybe they're flatworms? They might be flatworms. I'm not up to date on my water-based Fae to real-world animal comparison taxonomy. Fight this one all by itself instead of dragging it into the next group. How they got a Greek water spirit here, I'm not sure. But that's a naiad. Come on. take. Arianje, heal yourself.
I shall protect you.
This would go faster with human players, but we would have had to wait for a group, and it wouldn't have the added fun of getting to play with the actual characters that we've come to know and love. Last boss. This boss is the same as the first boss, but now he's tall and skinny. Away. Otherwise we get turned into an imp. Ah, no, I'm a toad. He cast that toad spell fast. Hard to dodge. Okay, so we've got to get across this narrow bridge. This is the chasm I was talking about that, oh no, I fell. That Alphino gets scared of and can't cross. Arianje just teleports. Philia is walking slow. We've got to get across before he finishes a spell that he's casting, or we all die. We gotta, before he can finish his there we go, we did it. If we hadn't have broken his instrument before he finished casting it, we would all die. And now he's Cuchulainn. Yeah, Arianje just teleports across that. Thancred starts out walking across the bridge, and then as soon as he's close enough, he jumps off, or jumps over. Alisaie just runs the whole way, as if she's not afraid in the least, because she's Alisaie. Alphino gets scared and doesn't make it. I think Minfilia didn't make it either, but it didn't matter. We finished fighting. We finished breaking his musical instrument on time. another instance of the individual character quirks. That. Gosh dang it. Away. I want to get turned into toads. So Minfilia's not going to use the limit break, so I will. The twins are much more quicker on the draw with the limit breaks than Minfilia is. Away. Oh, someone hit him while we were looking away. Not celebrating. There's Alice, Where's Elfino? Is it because we're underwater? Yeah, Elfino didn't come at all. Get the treasure. What's going on?
Wilford!
That's creepy. Oh, there's Elfino.
Jolly good show.
Oh, you do not hold back. But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
We will have care.
Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
Are you flirting with me, Frog?
More? I want to see more of her.
Yes, yes! I could watch her forever!
Is that Terrence and Philip from
Why don't we just
South
make
Park?
her one of us? Yes! One of us! One of us, one of us, one of us! One of us, one of us, one of us! One of us, one of us, one of us!
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
I don't think so.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Ardbert?
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can. I'm sure you had your reasons, but the first rule of dealing with the Fuath is do not deal with the Fuath. It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them.
Oh.
Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
Probably.
That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days.
Yeah, I
they were a
imagine
stubborn
so.
lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else you might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder... I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Me too. But yeah, so that's where Ardbert is from. Oh. So having visions of Ishgard. Okay. Swim over to the shore. But before we talk to Urianger, that's where we'll end this episode. Because it's been about the right amount of time. So next time we'll pick up where we left off, getting all the artifacts we need to get into the castle.